Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Fee, and based on the title of the video, you already know what I'm about to cook in the kitchen today. But this video is a special one because it was requested by one of my subscribers, and I'm so happy to make this video. The first step in preparing the burgers is to prep the plant-based meat. And I'm actually making two burgers today. I'm making a black bean burger and I'm also making a portobello burger. So for the portobello burger, I'm going to use some balsamic vinaigrette to marinate my portobello. And I'm going to leave it aside to marinate like for 15 minutes. And it's best to marinate your portobello overnight because that balsamic infused inside of it and it tastes so good and it's easier to prepare. I'm reserving 6 tablespoons of the black bean water so I could use it instead of using water to make my burger, my black bean burger. And now I set aside the rest of the black bean to drain. What I'm going to do now is to add 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to that black bean water that I reserved earlier to make that mix. So what you want to do is to mix it out as smooth as possible so you don't have any lumps in it. Now I'm going to go in with some scallion or some green onion, whatever you call it, and I'm going to use some cilantro and some garlic as well to my mix. Also, I am going to use a little cayenne pepper. That step is very optional. You don't have to use pepper if you don't want to. I'll be using half teaspoon of coriander and half teaspoon of cumin. You actually don't want to use too much of this spice because it's very strong, especially the cumin. And I'm just gonna mix in everything. This smells so good. I'm telling you, like all those spices together smells really nice. Now I'm gonna coarsely ground my black bean and my tortilla to add to my mix. And I'm using my blender to do this. If you have a food processor, that would be awesome and easy to do. And if you don't, just use your fork and just press on it until it comes to the consistency that you want. But I'm using the blender, and the blender actually did a really good job. See, you don't need it any different from this. This is perfect. And now I'm going to add it to my mix. What you want to do is try to mix this out properly because you want all that flavor throughout your plant-based meats. I'm using my mold to shape my patties, but if you don't have one, that's okay. You can always put them in your hands and just form them the way you like. And I just want mine to look uniformed throughout, so I repeat the steps. So guys, now I'm going to put my patties in the oven for 10 minutes. But so you know, this step is optional if you want to fry them or you want to put them in the oven. So I want to bake mine because I'm not so much a big fan of fried food. So I put mine in the oven for 10 minutes. But what you could do is to put them on the stove for 5 minutes. 5 minutes on one side and 5 on the other side. So it's still 10 minutes process, but that's 5 on each side. And if you do it like that, then it will be crispy. But I didn't care too much for that, so I put them in the oven. So now I'm just preparing my LTO for my burgers. And LTO mean lettuce, tomatoes, and onion. So I'm preparing for my portobello to go inside the oven to bake, and I'm going to bake it for 15 minutes. And my reason for doing that, because my portobello is very small and it's not thick, so the cooking time is less than the other ones. And also because the balsamic vinaigrette was already on it, so it kind of started helping the cooking process. Now making my carrot fries, and boy, was I excited to do this one. Oh my god. I always want to try this, so I was like, yes, finally. So I'm just cutting them. You don't have to cut them like me. You can cut them how you want to cut your carrot sticks. And then you have two options. You don't have to fry them. You can put them in the oven if you rather. But I wanted to try something new. So I fried them instead of baking them. So now my patties are ready after 10 minutes for my patties and 15 minutes for my portobello. They're cooked. And something I must say, if you're going to put the patties in the oven, make sure to put a little butter on it, like brush it with a little butter or something, because it's going to be dry if you don't do that. That's something that I had to go back in and do, and I didn't do it on camera, so I'm just making it known. I'm going to make some onion rings to put on my burgers. For me, I think an ideal burger must have onion rings. Onion ring is the best in a burger with some avocado, or what we call pear in Jamaica. I'm telling you, that's the best thing ever. It tastes so good together. So I had to make some onion rings. But then normally when you're making onion rings, you need like egg, and you couldn't put egg in it because, oh, this is a vegan burger. And then I remember a vegan is someone who does not eat or use any animal products. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I just add a little flour and the pepper flakes to it and the seasoning, and boy, they taste just as good. I'm going to assemble my burgers, and before I did that, I actually toast my burger bun. I only did that for one of them. So I did it because I was just trying to make you know that you can actually do that. Now I'm putting my LTO on and my meat. So my meat kind of looked a bit white because of the butter that I put on it when I put it in the oven. So things to know. So instead of just putting on one of my Go-Veg cheese on my burger, what I did, I melted it. And if you don't want to do what I did, you can just put it in a pot and just put a little water in it and cover that pot and allow it to steam like for 20 seconds. This is my finished product of my vegan burgers, and I'm serving it with some lime aioli for my fried carrots and also a little coleslaw. And there is my black bean burger and also my portobello burger. Also, I'll leave the recipe in the description box below, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and share this video with a friend.